Well, I think we made it. Ain't got no feedback or anything, do we? Everything good? Okay. What do you want to talk about tonight? I'm sorry, we didn't have everything set. I've been helping Jesse with the car, been working on the air conditioning. Just got back in a few minutes ago. Had to scrub the grease off right quick. It's a greasy little car. Her daughter wound up finding a used minivan for a good price. And she sold her brother out, but she'd been driving for years for a small amount of money. The tire didn't work on. The minivan there works well, so my son wound up with my daughter's car. The tire don't work at all, and we're trying to repair it. I actually bought a kit. He's spending quite a bit of money on trying to get the tire working. I wish the car had found a different zip code, but I haven't been that lucky yet. I'm tired of working on it. Worked on it for years. What else? Been canning potatoes today. Canned succotash. It's round 4 on tomatoes. I didn't make a video about it. Round 5's already waiting on me. They just got to turn. I do pick my tomatoes early, let them turn in the house. And we're getting a whole lot of them right now. I probably have 2 cookings already in the house. We pick them. I pick them, I should say. I pick them when they're orange. It stops a lot of bug problems and a lot of issues with insects and things trying to get a hold of them, worms, and plus I think it helps the tomatoes. It goes back to that video I made about supply and demand. I think if you up the supply, if you up the demand. I got it backwards. It'll supply more, and the tomato plants are really producing well. I think I picked 4 bowls this morning. We got 4 gigantic bowls out of mostly tomatoes. Got the Dollar General big bowls. I thought it'd be good to take out the pig because it's all different stuff out there. The okra, the cucumbers, the tomatoes, and blackberries, and I made 4 trips to the house with it. Then I had to go back and get the blackberries. Wasn't room with all the tomatoes and cucumbers rolling around in it. I tried to mash them. I can handle all this or not. What? I was just getting the chat box set up where I could see better. The old computer won't let me use the live chat. On the regular chat, I have to use the pop out, and then I'll go to live, and a lot of trouble. That's all we got right now. Our children have the newest laptops. This was your old laptop, wasn't it? One you used at school. It works right now. It's Tesla. It's already pollinated. The silks is already out. I mean, it's going to be done pretty soon. I thought he was a little early, but he's got some good sized stalks. Some of it's big, some of it's not. A lot of it tasseled, no matter if it was a big stalk or not. I don't really like that. And ain't nothing you can do about it. Indian corn's higher than your head now. It hadn't tasseled yet, but it's getting close. Sorghum is probably 9 feet tall. Every bit of it, I can't reach the top of some of it. Took out the wax beans. Of course, we cleaned up all the potato spot, and I got it down the tiller the other day and planted it with the mustard greens. Maybe a little some turnip greens mixed. The oats has popped up. I've got a video about garden 4 here for too long. It's got a little square of oats in it too, just for the fun of it. It's popped up. We're gonna see what oats is like. I've got a video I won't talk about the green beans because that's in a short little video I got coming. But I'm gonna show it and popcorn for too long. The big garden, everything's doing pretty good, and we're very close to getting the cantaloupe. The sunchokes is huge now. Of course, the tomatoes is bearing really good. The cucumbers is really bearing good. The third set of cucumbers is got small cucumbers and blooms on it now. Of course, the corn's gone. The second round of corn I put over here just won't grow. I'm hoping if it rains tonight, it'll help it. But who knows? What else we got growing? Peppers. Jalapeno peppers, they are huge this year. The plant is huge. One of them's almost chest high. Several of them is waist high. Bell peppers are catching up. They're not hardly that tall yet. They're over knee high. They're getting close to waist high, some of them. The jalapenos have been really nice. We got, like I said, 3-gallon bags home with Cindy's grandmother yesterday to take to the fire department. That's cut up peppers. That's not just jalapenos stuck in a bag. We actually chopped them and put them in a bag. The size of them, it don't take that many to make a gallon bag. A couple dozen, you got a full bag. I was hoping somebody'd join us, but my nose keeps itching. Probably got grease on it. A little greasy car. Mm. Yeah, I forgot we do have 2 kinds of okra growing. The Clemson spineless is really kicking in now. I'm starting to pick quite a bit of it. The red, I ain't got the 10 plants. You just get 2 or 3 a day. It's enough, though. I don't really eat much of it. I like to pickle it. I like to fry it occasionally, but we're putting it in succotash right now. I made 4.5 quarts today. Made 5 yesterday. I think I made 4.5 or 5 2 or 3 days ago. About Monday or Tuesday, about Tuesday, we'll probably have to cook some tomatoes off again. I'm hoping they'll turn here in a day or two and I can get a bunch of them going again. Because if it rains, there's going to be a whole lot of tomatoes coming in. Not a bad thing. What else we got going on? Hmm. Little pumpkins that came out of the second garden number 2. They'll see it in the video the next day or 2. And been able to do a whole lot other than pull some grass. I've been in digging grass out. You can't dig as far as a tiller or with a shovel because it's too hard now. It's then got to dry. The clay's like concrete. The tiller just bounces. I'm afraid I'm gonna break them, so I quit digging. I quit trying to dig, trying to till. Unless the ground's already broke, you can't do nothing with it. Like where I dug the potatoes out, that ground stayed loose. Then between the rows where we walked, you can't do nothing with it. It's like concrete. But the weeds can't hardly push up through it either, so whatever's there will be there. It won't get much worse. Still got some pink eye purple hull. Got a volunteer pumpkin over there next to them. It's actually got a decent sized pumpkin on it. The aramount at the end of the garden, I always thought it would get taller. I guess the hot weather changed it. It's kind of short, but it is actually budding out. It will have the seeds on top here before too long. But it's keeping me busy, keeping everything picked, keeping the grass at bay. I'm not keeping it clean. There's no way for me to keep the gardens clean. There's just too much of it. I cut the grass or pull the grass. It's important anyway. A lot of it in between the rows ain't gonna hurt anything to begin with. You just walk on it. It's around the plants is what I'm really worried about. We got lots of canning today. Besides the tomatoes and the okra, the cucumbers, I need to make more pickles, I guess. We'll try not to make the hot pickles and choke you out. We won't make the teeny ones. I'll try to keep it on the minimum. I did ferment some pickles the other day. First time I fermented them. I think they're going to be good. I don't know about the prices for everybody else, but everything I seem to buy lately has went up. You go to the store, the price, and you go to the gas. Well, the gas station's actually lower right now. It's under $4 a gallon right now, which is scary. But
how's the election started?
you know, they said the oil companies was giving us a break because they could see the recession starting, and they was trying to keep the quantity up because people were slowing down.
Too, so.
Yeah, it probably has a lot to do with that too.
I mean, yeah, you can't keep raising prices on stuff when you're trying to get elected.
I'm sure it has something to do with it, but there's a lot of stuff coming up short. Weather's still extremely hot. It's 8:46 and it's 82 degrees outside. Said it feels like 91. It's kind of rough on plants and rough on being outside. I was under the carport out of the sun a while ago, and it was still sticky, bad bad humid weather. Humidity makes it worse really than heat to me. What else we got? Anything else going on you can think of?
I don't know.
You have no thoughts. Yeah. Yes, it has. Our grandson is really moving good. He's 17 months old. He can he can move really quick. He can almost run now. He gets into everything. He needs to learn the value of the word no. He hasn't figured that part out yet.
He knows the value of it as long as he's not saying no.
Oh yeah, he hasn't learned the value of following that command. Though when we tell him no and it don't mean grin and do it anyway. Well, I wasn't gonna stay on here long. I just wanted to see how things was going with everybody else. It says our connection's unstable. We ought to have a good connection here. Oh well. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Back to work tomorrow. So ain't gonna stay up real late. Unfortunately, it's time to go back to work. Weekend didn't last long. You're cooking or canning or working in the garden every day, which I don't make it long outside. About 9:30 is about all I want of it in the morning. I go back, depending on the weather, 7:30. Sometimes a little earlier, but most of the time it's still pretty nasty out around the garden. No, we ain't made it to August yet. I'm just wondering what the weather will do, if it's going to get better or worse. But everybody's debating on what the winter is going to be like because of the extreme heat now. Are we going to have a warm winter? Or are we going to have a cold winter? We did go pick up a pellet stove for my son's house. We made a trip to Etheridge, Tennessee. Picked up a pellet stove for him. They don't build them like they used to. I got mine. It took two of us to get it in the house, and it's hard to move around. It's pretty heavy. One got his, and I realized about halfway home when we had where we was going to drop the trailer off at, I could pick the thing up by myself, and I just loaded it in the truck. We pulled the trailer because usually they're a couple 100 pounds, and you need a two-wheeler to get them around good. I don't know if his weighs 100 or not. They just don't make things like they used to. But it's fairly new. It's a Facebook,
As long as it keeps them warm.
Facebook Marketplace deal or something like that. But I hadn't done much other than work the garden and can and cook and freeze and got to be ready for the next day. I'm not going to stay on here much longer. I think we already just wound it up, don't you? You need to. It's been rough on you. You need to lay back and relax anyway. I'm tired and I'm ready to do something different. So. I hope everybody has a good week. Take care.